So children, continuing with the next topic of chapter number 2, that is 2.4.6 topic, that is exceptions to law of demand. Children, I told you that law of demand is considered to be the valid in most of the situation. But in actual practice, law of demand may not operate in many cases. Many of the times we observe that more quantity of the commodity is demanded at the higher price and less of it is purchased at the lower prices. In this situation, the inverse relationship between price and the amount purchased does not hold good. And now, these situations are only known as exceptions to law of demand. Children, you can see in the slide that demand curve is usually negatively sloped. And from the beginning of this chapter, I am telling you this. But when we talk about the exceptions of law of demand, the demand curve is not sloping like this. As you can see in the slide that here demand curve is negatively sloped. Why? Because of the negative relationship between price and quantity demanded. But in the case of exceptions, the demand curve is not negatively sloped, it is positively sloped. Right children? So the slope is not here negative, it is positive. It is not sloping from left to right, it is sloping from right to left. So it is upward sloping. Is that clear? And children, one thing more, don't get confused with assumptions and exceptions. Assumptions were the reasons for operation of law of demand, but exceptions are different situation. Okay, so you can see in the slide the two columns are there. First are the assumptions and the second column shows exceptions, so don't get confused. Now coming to exceptions, children, there are many more exceptions in relation to law of demand. The first is given good, second is Veblen good, third is future price change, fourth is ignorance, fifth is emergencies, sixth is change in fashion and taste and preference, seventh is conspicuous necessity, and the eighth is bandwagon effect. Children, will be taking only those exceptions which are prescribed in the ISC syllabus, in your syllabus. So starting up with the first one, that is Veblen effect. And before starting that, let me tell you about what is exceptions once again, so that you don't get confused. So children, exceptions to law of demand are those cases in which the demand curve slopes upward from left to right. We used to say downward. Now here I am saying what? Upward from left to right, and it has a positively slope. Now you can see a demand curve also there, because in under certain circumstances consumer buy more when the price of commodity rises and buys less even when the price falls. Many causes are attributed to the upward sloping demand curve, and today I'll tell you about all those causes. Now children, the first is article of distinction. Children, this is the first point, first exception. Okay, and this is also known as article of snob appeal. Maybe in your books it is written like article of snob appeal. So don't get confused. Now, what is it? Children, here the law of demand does not apply to the commodities which serve as a status symbol, increases social prestige, or are the source of display of wealth and richness. For example, diamond jewelry. For example, luxury cars. Right? So, children, people do buy those commodities even when the prices of those commodities are high. Or I should say, they only buy these commodities because the prices of these commodities are high. Why? Because they want to show off. And this is only known as conspicuous consumption. And this concept has been first introduced by and discussed by Veblen. Veblen was an economics. So that is why this effect is also known as Veblen's effect. But these goods are demanded because of the enjoyment they give to the possessor from the feeling that other people envy him or feel jealous of him. For example, diamond. Diamond is often given as an example of this in case. Rich women would like to buy diamond simply because its price is very high. The higher price make the possession of the diamond more prestigious. People feel more prestigious after buying those diamond. When the price of diamond goes up, their prestige value also goes up. Therefore, at the higher price of the quantity demanded of the diamond by rich consumers may increase. Children, you can see this in the slide also. It is written that the exception was first discussed by Veblen, and second, according to him, article of distinction have more demand only if the prices are sufficiently high. For example, I have marked here the same example, that is diamond or jewelry having more demand because the price are abnormally high. It is so because distinction is of the diamond jewelry is there by the society because of being costly. They feel prestigious when they buy these things. So if the price falls, they will no longer be considered as the article of distinction. So their demand will decrease. Children, see again, price is falling, still demand is decreasing. That is why it is one of the exception of law of demand. I hope first point is clear to you, children. Now coming to second point, that is given goods, and this point is very important because separate question can also be asked from this point. So for second point, Giffen goods. Giffen goods, named after the 19th century economics Sir Robert Giffen, who pointed out this phenomena for the very first time. Children, Giffen goods are the same inferior goods on which the consumer spend a large part of the income and the demand for which falls with fall in their price. For example, maize, jowar, inferior goods. Okay, they are consumed largely by the poor people. For example, let's take an example of maize. As the price of maize falls, the real income of the consumer rises. With an increase in the real income, the consumer may afford to purchase superior foods like rice or wheat. Since there is a limit to intake of foods, an increase in the demand for wheat or rice would lead to the smaller quantity demanded for maize. Similarly, if the price of such inferior food rises, poor consumers will be forced to spend more on the purchase of these food items because they are absolutely essential for their survival. They cannot afford to purchase the same quantity of superior food items they purchased earlier because they would be left with the lesser money to spend on other commodities. Thus, they will increase the demand for maize at the cost of wheat or rice. Is that clear, children? So, in the slide you can see that I have taken example of potatoes or meat. You can take any example, right? So, Giffen goods are same as inferior goods, and these goods are also demanded more even if their price is more, and are demanded less even if their price falls. So, this is the second exceptions to law of demand. Coming to the third exception. Third exception is highly essential goods. Highly essential goods are those which we need to buy even if the price falls or price increases. For example, medicine, life-saving drugs. Okay. So, in certain cases, highly essential items such as life-saving drugs, people buy a fixed quantity at all the possible price. Heart patient will be buying the same quantity of medicine whether the price is high or low. Their response to the price change is almost nil. Fine. You can take example of salt also. Even the price of the salt increases or decreases. You can't say that I'm a rich person so I'll be eating more salt in a food. So it's not like that. So it is also one of the exception of law of demand. Coming to the fourth point, that is emergency. Emergencies, in case of emergencies also, law of demand does not operate. We violate the law. Why? Law of demand may not hold good during the emergencies like war, famines, etc. At such time, consumers behave in an abnormal way. Why abnormal? Because we are not increasing the consumption when price is falling. Even though the price is falling, still we are buying less, and even if the price is increasing, we are buying more. That's why it's called abnormal way. If they expect shortage of goods, they would be buy and hoard goods even at the higher prices during such periods. On the other hand, during the depression, they will buy less even at low prices. You can see, children, in the slide also I have mentioned that during emergencies such as war, natural calamity, flood, drought, earthquake, etc., the law of demand becomes ineffective. Why? It does not operate. In such situations, people often fear the storage of essential and hence demand more goods and services even at higher prices. Mind you, price is increasing, still demand is increasing. That is why it is exception. Getting my point? Now, the fifth and the last is bandwagon effect. Children, bandwagon effect is also known as demonstration effect. Fine? When you copy someone else. Okay? So, this is the most common type of exception to law of demand.